couple of weeks ago. I love it. Asham was the last one to actually join, so and we just had a late one. And let me open up Patreon because over here we have Paul. Paul just joined us, our 32nd member of Patreon. Guys, it's incredible. It's a great feeling, but we're gonna let everybody come on. Tommy, how are you?
Good. You?
Everything's good.
Yeah,
But you're
everything's good. How are you guys?
we're very
Good,
good.
good, good.
But Yusuf, you know that Tommy is already ready for his cadaver this week in cadaver history. You know he's ready, but don't say it yet, Tommy. Don't
Oh,
say it yet. David, what's happening there on YouTube? I think Gio is going to be. I don't know what jersey you think is going to be wearing there, Tommy.
maybe the white one, the white Opel jersey. I think
The
he
Op-
likes that one.
the Opel jersey. How come you don't wear one of your classic jerseys once in a while?
I will. Next time I will. Promise.
Next time you will. So I know that. Did you see Juventus' big win there, Tommy, against a team that we can't even pronounce?
Let me tell you something. Juventus.
Yeah,
You see, they buy everybody. Every year is the same story. They buy Ronaldo. Now this year's Morata. But it's a waste of money for them. You know what? Just consolidate yourself that you're never going to win the Champions League. It's as simple as that.
in Kuwait, Yusuf, do people hate on Juventus as much as Tommy does?
Well, yeah, if you're an Inter fan or an AC Milan fan, absolutely. Inter is like the common enemy. We call like Inter fans and AC Milan fans call themselves like cousins, and Juve fans are like the others.
Exactly, exactly. But you know what, guys? Until anybody else joins us, we're gonna start talking about. Let's start talking about Thursday's game, right? And I know that Tommy, you were part of the Milan Club Montreal chat. We were talking, and I even said at the end was, I think it was a kind of in a positive way, a win-win situation where we needed we needed this slap in the face. Excuse me, we needed a loss, and we needed it to be a slap in the face, right? So, Yusuf, I'm going to start with you. Your thoughts about Thursday's game. How did you feel about this game here? Like, I know it's not the end of the world, but do you feel in the same wavelength as me? As like, okay, you know what? Let's get it out of our system and let's get back on track.
Absolutely. Like before every single game, or not every single game, but every week I go around and listen to a bunch of podcasts for like AC Milan fans, and the level of arrogance of some of the people in the podcast that like we're gonna win, it's gonna be a breeze, and it's gonna be like so easy, is starting to annoy me. And then I just realized that, you know what, we need a reality check. We need, as you just mentioned, a slap in the face. You know what, get back on the ground. We are not that team that everyone thinks we are. We are a team that is building, and we are gonna fail at some point. And I remember one of the special Patreons I was not on, but I asked the question is, how do you guys think about the character of the team and how they will deal with a loss? And this will have the answer up for this tomorrow.
It's a very good question, Tommy. How about you? Like, you know, your thoughts about Thursday's game and on what Yusuf is saying. You think that everybody's like, you know what? Let's get it off our chest and let's bounce back. We are playing against Verona. They did tie Juventus, right? They did the. Here's Gio. Gio's there. Look what he's wearing at Tommy.
The Opel. The Opel.
The Opel. The Opel jersey, very nice. And
nice,
Gio,
nice.
Gio, we're just talking about Thursday's game, right? And I asked Yusuf if it was more of a slap in the face, let's get back on track kind of game, and it's all going to be depending on the reaction. And I was just going to go to Tommy. I know that you appreciate Gio's jersey. Look at that; it's gorgeous, is it not?
Beautiful,
beautiful. Tommy, your Thursday's games, thoughts, and do you put much importance in the slap in the face loss?
Look, by the way, I just want to say hi to my friend Frank.
You and Frank, yeah, I see. Hi, Tommy. You and Frank, you're two peas in the pods. Two peas in the pods.
Just want to say hi to him. But the thing is that I'm just worried about one thing.
What are you worried about?
Pioli has a history even with Inter. He won 12. He had 12 games streak without losing a game. This was when he was coaching Inter, and then it was all downfall. As soon as he lost one game, it was all downfall. He lost. Apparently, he lost 7 out of 7 games. He lost 6, and then they sacked him. I just hope that we're not going into that trend, because if we start going into that trend, it's going to be a complete disaster. I just hope that we don't get demolished morally and then just go down.
Okay, so Gio, your thoughts on that? Do you, Tommy's correlating to Pioli's history with Inter. Are you worried about this, slap in the face kind of loss on Thursday, or you with me? Where like, you know what, we got out of our system. Let's go. Even the Undertaker had his streak broken at WrestleMania. I'm just saying. But Gio, your thoughts on that?
Man, I think good thing we played didn't go international break, and Verona, we're gonna see what we're made of, because I think they've only given up 1 goal per game.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna win 1-0. We're not gonna win 2-0. We're not gonna win 2-1, because they're hard to break down. So we're gonna see what we're made of, and if we lose, maybe it's a spiral.
Losing, I don't see it happening. Yusuf, how about you against Verona? Are you confident? How you feel?
Is it a home or away game? Is it a home or an away game?
I don't know, guys. Is it a home? Is there any difference, because there is no fans in this COVID era?
Actually, it is a home game.
Home the game.
Yeah. I think we'll bounce back. I liked from what I read, Pioli had a little meeting with the rest of the squad and asked them to stand back up without drama, which is, I think, is such a responsible thing to do, and it comes from experience. Maybe he got that experience from his time back with the Murders. So let's see. I think they're going to come back. They went into the last game on Thursday with a bad attitude, like they were arrogant,
maybe too confident, right? Maybe
too confident.
Yeah.
And I think this time it's going to be different.
I think honestly, Tommy, I hit it to you
From the get-go that you saw it right away after 15 minutes. You know that Milan wasn't. I don't know. It seemed like they were going for a tie or to lose, they were just sleeping.
Okay, no, I get you, Tommy. But let me ask you this: is that I just felt is that throughout this, what is it, guys? 24 games without losing, we never went into this game with our heads up high, and I felt on Thursday we took them way too lightly. And forget it's Europa League, but Lille is a great French team, right? A great French side. Do you put any importance, Tommy, to maybe I feeling that we came into this game for the first time, like with our heads up high and like we're untouchable? Because I feel like it was a great slap in the face, but in the end, it's always how we're going to react on tomorrow, right?
No, I think you know what? I think for Milan, actually for Pioli and Milan, what Europa League is just a practice. The way I see it, I don't think they're really focusing on that. I think what they're focusing more on is to get into the Champions League. That's what they're focusing in. All the big teams, you take Naples, you take all the other teams. They go to the Europa League. Yeah, they're okay, but it's a competition that it can't.
So you're not worried. You're not worried. You're saying we're gonna beat Verona tomorrow.
Well, let me tell you, if we lose against Verona, I'll be worried after. But right now, I'm not worried.
Okay. So Gio, let me ask you: if we lose against Verona, are you worried? After it would be 24-2. Let's be honest here. Would you be worried?
Yeah, I'll be worried because we have to show resiliency. Like it, you know, and then if not, all the confidence of all the players are going to be down on their luck. And even though we have Zlatan, but like I said, man, Sly, you need to relax, man. Stop trying to play all these Europa League games. I know you're 39. I know you think you're immortal, but you could break down, and that's really going to hurt us. We don't want to be like Juve Mierda that depends on Cristiano Ronaldo all the time, or Lukaku from Inter. We need these young gunners to win on their own. I would worry if
What
we
did
lose
he mean by this when he came off?
that he crazy. I don't know.
You know what? Okay, so let's touch bases on that, right? I love what you're bringing up to the table, Gio. Let's talk about Ibrahimovic. Guys, we love Ibra. We're never going to question our love for Ibra. What he's capable of doing at the age of 39 years old is out of this world. But on a game against Lille, Youssef, and it's very easy to say this after the fact, but are you okay with, I don't know who's going to tell him, but Ibra, you're 39 years old. Can you take one game break and come back on? And I'm not saying he's playing badly, but he's got to realize that one of these days he's going to have to take a break. Are you okay with him taking a break? We have to.
Well, he's such a difficult character to deal with. He thinks
No.
so much of himself, and rightly so, because he's such a legend. And well, I'm more of a tactical kind of guy. And yes, Thursday's game, if Hakan was starting with Ibrahimovic in the beginning, it would be a different story. But again, we cannot start both of them every single game, especially that he's 39. And
We just can't, and it's not diminishing his talent. It's
no,
just
no,
it's just that
Yeah,
Çalhanoğlu,
but we have nobody else.
but
Who do we have?
Even Çalhanoğlu hasn't been since he came back.
Çalhanoğlu, he played now. He's playing. He's
Okay,
becoming
Tommy, no,
not Travolta. He's becoming back to what he
you,
used to be.
2 games. He's a
This
no,
catastrophe.
guy, this
sorry.
guy.
Uh,
The
you-
reason why I said Hakan, because I told you at the beginning I'm a tactical kind of guy. Abramovich was isolated. Let's not forget, guys. He's a striker and a lone striker, and
That's right.
if he's not receiving any services, then he of course he's going to be isolated. And the harmony between and the telepathy between Abramovich and Hakan has been second to none. Uh, so that's why maybe Abramovich was frustrated, and that's why I heard some people saying that we started playing better when Abramovich came off. Of course, because the system was not helping Abramovich.
No, you're
That's
100%. You're 100% right. But in the end, he's gonna have to take a break one day or the other. And Tommy, your brother brought up a good point about the penalty. I want to talk about that with you guys. And is it a question?
He's right.
Okay, hold on, Tom. Let me add. No. Aspect. Generous. I'm gonna give you that. But I'm sorry, Romagnoli has no business having his hands behind the defender. What are your thoughts on the penalty?
I would have look. Well, I can't really say I'm a Milan fan. I was gonna say no, but it's very generous because look, hey, we saw things that Juventus did even worse than Milan, and they didn't call nothing. You know what I mean?
But Gio, do you agree with Tommy? Was that like? I'm sorry, Romagnoli had it's 2 games in a row. That does not help him, but his hands behind the defender. You did not need that. It's a very soft penalty. I get it. Gigio made a mistake on the second one, but do you agree that it was soft or Romagnoli's? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, I love Romagnoli, man. Like I said, I'd rather have a defender than an Mbappe or Holland. But you know what? Romagnoli, even dating to last season, he's been giving away stupid penalties. Like, if they can't, like, at angles that if they score, we're like, okay, they scored on us. But he's been versus, was it him versus Cutrone, Patrick Cutrone? Like, it was at an angle that he couldn't score. He makes these boneheaded plays. And I guess that's football now. Like a in the air, and then boom, he falls over like he killed him, and that's a penalty. But he has no reason to put his arm up like that, because today's game, that's a penalty. But for me, it's not.
Guys,
Okay.
it's not just the penalty. I'm sorry, I'm jumping on here, but it's not just the penalty incident. Romagnoli recently, even at the end of the of last season, he lost something. I don't know what it is. His reaction time, his ability to read the game, to intercept passes, to follow with the strikers is different. I don't know if it's because it's not working with Kier, but Kier has been performing better than Romagnoli.
But I don't think Romagnoli has 90 minutes in his legs.
Okay, but can we just agree that this was just a bad game and we needed this bad game and let's get it out of our system?
Yes.
Okay, so Youssef, I'm going to take your words exactly. It all depends on tomorrow's result, right? If we come out with a convincing win, you know what, guys? At this point, I'll even take the ugly win, right? But will you guys? Okay, so let me start with you. Let me reverse it. Gio, first you. Sorry, right here. Gio, would you be happy with a tie tomorrow? This is a team that beat Napoli. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but beat Napoli and tied Juventus. Are you happy with a tie?
I wouldn't be happy, because now we have to make sure what we're made of. We lost. Let's bounce back, and that's what we're gonna do. Because if we lose and then we lose another game, and then it's always gonna be on our mind during the season, and we might drop points that will really hurt us into getting top four, because that's what we really need. But I want to win tomorrow 1-0.
You're good. You're good with a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Youssef, how about you? Like, it's all depending on tomorrow. Do you let's say if we win convincingly tomorrow, do you? Or you know what? No, let me ask you the same question. Are you happy with a tie tomorrow?
No, I wouldn't be happy. Like you asked the question is does it all depend on tomorrow's game? I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but there's a lot at stake because we don't know what is this team made of when it comes to losing. This is the very first time since I don't know the beginning of the year that this squad has lost a game, and now we don't know how the team is gonna react. And there's a lot at stake. If we lose tomorrow's game, are we gonna start? Are we gonna be in a crisis? Is Abramovich gonna start pointing fingers? What is the harmony in the dressing rooms gonna be like? So I think a win is a must because there's a lot at stake. It's not like the end of the world, but it's extremely important 3 points tomorrow.
Extremely important 3 points. But Tommy, let me ask you, like, if we do end up losing tomorrow, which, knock on wood, but why would people forget that we would be 24-2?
We can't afford to lose. We can't afford to lose.
Because of Serie A?
Because of Serie A. We cannot start dropping back. It's like that every year. It's we start dropping back. We can't, look, you're not going to win the championship always by beating Inter, by beating Juventus, by beating Napoli, but you're going to win the championship if you're going to beat the small teams. Verona is a small team, quite frankly. Fuck Juventus. Who cares a shit if they tied, they lost? I don't give a fuck about Juventus. Me, I'm talking about Milan, if they have to win La Serie A, they have to get and win every game against a small team. You cannot drop points against a small team. You cannot. That's really killing you.
It makes sense. It makes sense on that point there. But guys, I think Steve. I don't know if it's Steve or Presidente that took over the chat there on the Milan Weekly podcast. But in the end, we do have Verona today, tomorrow. Tommy, before I surprise you with a little very quick watch along, because we're gonna get it booted out of YouTube. Who cares, right? And President isn't gonna make this into a podcast, but I'm gonna go find the video for us. But as I go find this, Tommy, let me ask you, who do you have for us in this week in cadaver history?
This is a player that came in Milan in 1998. He was supposed to be Le Manidor, a goalie with the golden hands. This guy played 5 games and he got sacked because of a huge mistake he did against Fiorentina. Tre papere that costed us the game. 3-1 against Fiorentina with 3 goals of Battistuta. His name is Jens Lehmann. Il bidone dei bidoni. We came to Milan like if we needed a German, a goalie that's German. With all the champions we have in nets over here in Italy, you will get a German. But you must get that. Well, that's why in January transfer they dumped him. They sent him back to Germany. This guy was a real bidon.
A real bidone for Tommy Time here.
I actually watched that game today.
You know what I have?
It's on YouTube. If you ever guys want to watch it, you go put the 1998 Milan Fiorentina, and you're gonna see tre papere this guy did. And the worst thing is that they gave him a penalty inside the box because there was a retropassaggio. This guy grabbed the ball with his hands. You can't do that.
Okay.
That's an amateur mistake. I don't know, man.
Tommy remembers these things by memory, but you know what? Let me a little surprise you here, and let's go with let me see here. Here we have. Can you guys hear the audio? These are the penalty shots in the 2003
Look
Why you gotta complain about the guy, even?
Look at Mbappe's dad right there, Dida. Mbappe's dad right there.
Mbappe's dad.
Chance to
Well, what do you got? They're getting ready, guys. They're getting ready. Let me see if is this better? Is this a full screen? No, this is not full screen.
The same.
So, let me go back over here. Is this to look at the same now? No, it's full screen.
No, it's bigger.
Look at Maldini. Looks exactly the same. Look at Del Piero, right? They're discussing. What are they discussing, guys? It's penalties, right?
Yeah, which net they're gonna go?
Okay, let's go to the left. I'm gonna go to the right. Look at that hair, guys. Look at that hair. You know we're gonna put it out of YouTube, but who cares? Follow us on Facebook. Facebook doesn't care about these kind of things.
Abbiati with hair right there.
That's right.
This guy is still playing.
Buffon is what? At this point, 23, 24 years old?
At that point, yeah, I think it was maybe 23, 24.
Maybe, yeah.
But still.
You guys remember who the order of the kickers were?
I know
No.
Nesta. I know Nesta had a nice kick.
We know Shevchenko was the last one, but you know, I love to relive this. It's great
Just look at Shevchenko's eyes on the last shot he took. He was there just for the kill. That's weird.
Look at Dida. He's getting warmed up, Dida. He's getting warmed up.
You know, I didn't watch that game live because I was on a plane on my way to United Kingdom to start my scholarship to study medicine. So I only knew the results when I arrived there.
So now you get to relive it, Yusuf. You get one of the many perks of Patreon, guys. But I love doing this kind of stuff. And like I said, if they block us, they block us. What do you want to do? I love remembering these memories with fellow Milanistas. What is he doing now, Tommy Buffon? He's praying.
Yeah, maybe he's praying to his gods because he knows he's gonna go down.
But I'm you know what? I'm looking.
This is what makes me proud. And this is what I could shut up tutti Juventini, tutti sti merdosi that they don't understand. The Juventus went to one finals of Champions League with Milan, not anybody else. Milan, and what happened? They lost. Punto finale. Punto finale, whatever they say.
What was the first? They will close down the channel. I think Steve is telling me some messages, or I think it's Presidente. Even if they close down, this is one of my personal downloads from a VHS rip. and I don't care. I'm having fun with my our subscribers to Patreon, and now we're getting into the who's taking these kicks, guys. Who's
Tommy, you think this was our best run to the final since we dispatched of Inter, and then we got these guys? Inter too. I always tell Inter, like, what happened with you guys? We beat you in the semifinals
Yeah.
of 2003, and then when we made it to Istanbul, we're
Yeah, this was a actually
Yeah.
triple pressure. We destroyed
Yeah.
Inter. And then at the end, when the final was starting, Juventus even came on and said that Milan had no chance of winning because they have a coach who's a loser. Well, the coach who's a loser took you to school, my friend. T'ha portato a scuola. He took you to school. And not only that, he
Guys.
humiliated you.
Guys,
Look
we're
at
turning at
people.
the end. Andre from Russia. Andre, welcome.
Hey,
How are you? Welcome to Gio Tommy. We have Youssef. We have everybody. And Steve is telling me I should be taking this office. There's going to be a strike. Steve, I know, but this is from like a personal VHS rip. It's not from a thing. And let's test it out. But Andre, thank you for welcoming us. At this point, Steve, I played it 5 seconds. I played it 5 minutes. Let's go with it. We'll see what happens. We're not at 1,000 followers yet, but guys, I'm sorry if I get yelled at from Steve and Presidente. It's on you guys. But Andre, how are you joining us right now? First penalty shot in the 2003 Champions League. Here's Trezeguet. Do you remember this Champions League final?
well, Winnie, I remember I lost my voice after this game.
He
One
misses,
week-
right? Oh, there you go.
Dida with the save, guys. Dida with the save.
Yeah. I remember I lost my voice. I was shouting so loud that I could not speak normally a week after that game.
So Trezeguet here with the Dida
That's
save.
I think Dida, apart from Sebastian Rossi, was one of the greatest goalies that to stop penalties. I'm
And
telling
I
you.
love how he's not still in Milan and still coaching Donnarumma.
Yeah.
So what do we have here? Was that? Who's taking,
Serginho.
That's Serginho.
he's
Serginho.
taking a shot? Seriously?
Serginho will score. Serginho will score, yeah.
Yes, I remember that. But
No,
still,
Serginho's gonna score or he's gonna miss.
No, he's going to score.
he will score, right?
I think
To
he's
the
gonna
left,
miss.
left corner.
Hey, Andre
To the left.
remembers.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, look at
He
that.
remembers.
Yeah, that's right.
This was the Zafira was before Opel or after, right, Tommy?
After.
Yeah.
After.
Opel
What do you
was
guys
there
think
from,
of? Sorry, go ahead, Tommy.
No, Opel was there in 94, starting with 94, I think until 98.
I know that I bought a PSG, a Milan, and a Bayern Munich jersey in 97 when I went to Italy, and they were all Opel. So 96, 97 was Opel 100%. So Zafira, I believe, was after.
After, yeah, it's after.
Motherfucker. Who scored? Who is that? Tommy.
Pirindelli, stupidone.
So Tommy, you had our bidoni of the week. These are the bidonis of Juventus.
These are all bidones. Juventus never had a team. Juventus, I told you. The only way they win is by the referees. Unfortunately for them, in the Champions League, it's completely a different story. The refs cannot be bought.
No.
So that's why.
But guys, do you remember? Okay, so I had just moved to Ottawa in 2003, and I was watching this live.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! Look at this motherfucker, Seedorf. I love you, but I remember watching
Not this motherfucker, another one.
in a local pub in Ottawa. I was going crazy, and my friend that was with me that I just met, I just moved to Ottawa, and he was like a casual Juventus fan, and Seaboard's my boy, and I remember these memories. Do you guys remember where you guys were at this game here?
Yeah, I was at home. I actually took a day off from work. I called the man. I called in sick.
Andre remembers because he remembers the top corner. Who's this bidone, Tommy?
Zalaieta, Nandro Bidone.
Dino knows how to stop penalties whenever he's capable of doing.
I'm telling you, he was very good in penalties.
You see, this game right here is when because it was on, I was 18 and I was watching it on Univision, and there was this guy who had the Centurion jersey, right? And always in the US, it's always been hard to get the jerseys. Whew, when I finally got that one in my hand, it was a dream come true. The Centurion.
Oh, and by the way, this is recorded. Tommy Anthony, your boss is gonna know about it. You see, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it on YouTube over here. You gotta watch it on YouTube. Frank saying he was 19 at the time watching his parents.
Kaladze will score.
No, Kaladze.
Kaha.
Don't worry, if that happens, if Milan gets to the final, I'll drive to the office. I'll take Anthony with me, and I'm gonna go for the bar and watch.
I know he's Buffon, but the guy doesn't age, man. He looks exactly the same nowadays. Maybe a couple of wrinkles, but Kaladze, I'm sorry, Kaladze. Look at Lippi. You're gonna love him. You're gonna
look
love
at the
him.
class. Look at the class of our players. Like Kaladze went on to be a big politician or minister or whatever in his country, and then Weah is the president of the country, and we have Shevchenko, and fantastic.
You see, look at Dida.
Who's this Bidone?
Cool and cadet, Montero, Andrew Bidone. But look at Dida, calm, cool, and collective. Like if it was nothing, just stop it.
Guys, I don't like right now. It's like they've taken 4 penalties. We're still at 3. We're taking our last one. Who's coming up, guys? Who's coming up?
That's Nesta, I think.
Nesta will score in the right corner.
Hey, Andre remembers. Andre, I like it. Andre remembers, man.
Remember.
Right corner.
Yes.
Look how young he looks, guys. Look how young he looks. Andre, what time is it there in Russia? It's the same time as Kuwait.
Look at Angel.
Yeah, we have the same time.
Same time zone.
Look at
He almost got it.
You see maestro Angelotti. Angelotti è un maestro. Come from Dasaki school.
Tommy. Del Piero coming up with the last one. You guys, you gotta admire Del Piero. As much as we hate Juventus, Del Piero's Del Piero. I know this is not in the greatest of quality. That's why, Steve, I don't think this is gonna get banned because this is like a VHS rip. If they ban this, it's like they're really after us. But whatever. I don't remember, guys. What did Del Piero do? He scored here. Yeah, he scored because if he didn't score,
he scored.
Yeah.
He scored.
He does the job.
He does the job. John Motson says he does the job.
And here he comes.
There we go.
The legend.
Let's rewatch it. Let's rewatch it.
Do you guys think he looked nervous, Shevchenko?
Sheva, red and left. Look at him.
He was looking at the referee like, dude, blow the whistle.
Look at him. He looked like he was there on a mission. Look at his eyes.
The man who thought he'd scored much earlier in the proceedings. Only to have the goal rule out.
Look at it.
Look at it. Like, okay, this is it. This is my moment.
Come on, what are you waiting for? 4 times.
And that's it, guys. That's our moment.
Yeah, that's just a moment. I can hardly remember how happy I was at that moment because Sheva, my idol, my hero, scored a decisive penalty against the
Sheva. You know what, guys? Like the way it is, it's like before we get we probably got banned already, but in the end, guys, I'm gonna try to do these kind of things. I know that Facebook is very lenient and kind of like this kind of like recorded stuff. We'll try to watch these old games. Tommy, thanks for joining, and even with your cadaver of the week, Andre, I'm gonna ask you as we finish off because we're talking about how good of a slap in the face this game was. Do you think that even if we lose to Verona, let's put it this way, I ask this to everybody. If we lose to Verona, are you worried?
No, actually, mentally, I already prepared myself. I'm counting how many points we are ahead, not of the second spot, but how many points we ahead of this spot number 5 in the league. So my idea is we have to finish in top 4, whatever happens, and we have +5 now, and let's keep it running. Everybody will be happy if we go for Scudetto, but honestly, we are not ready for it. We don't have enough bench. We don't have proper bench. We don't have even proper starters. So having +5, great. Let's keep it up as much as we can.
All
So
right.
I keep it mentally here.
That's a great point to say. But guys, honestly, I love doing these little Patreon specials with you guys. I know we try to do these early ones for you guys in Europe. When we do late ones, it's better for Steve to come on. But I know we have a couple of weeks of breaks. Youssef, predictions for tomorrow. I'm not giving predictions because I'm a bad luck kind of guy, so I'm not giving anything. But Youssef, how about you?
I hate predictions, but I'm just gonna go for.
Okay, how's this? How's this as a prediction? You don't have to tell me what the score is going to be. Are we still in first place by after tomorrow's games?
Well, either or. Sassuolo drew, so we're gonna be.
I'm trying to give you a. Okay, so
I'm just gonna go for a win with a clean sheet.
Win with a clean sheet. Tommy, how about you?
2-0 Milan.
2-0 Milan.
2-0
Gio,
Milan.
a hard fart bottle, or are you with Tommy? 2-0 Milan.
No, I'm going 1-0. They only gave up 1 goal, so we're going 1-0.
1-0.
I will start Gabia to tell you the truth. You know the only thing that Gabia has done ever since Romagnoli. I love Romagnoli, like I said, but we've given up corners. But when Gabia was in, we didn't give up no. What do they call them? Free kicks or corners. He heading everything out, and now we're all nervous. As soon as Romagnoli come in, everything is wide open. They hitting us with corner kicks and all that.
So you'll take the 1-0 win. Andre, how about you? Are you good with an ugly win? Any kind of win? What are you satisfied with tomorrow?
Well, I will agree with Gio. I think it's going to be 1-0 because we look tired and probably a little bit mentally stressed after the 0-3 at the home. Now, I don't think that we will recover that much, especially physically. So it's going to be a tough game, and I think Ibra is going to score this decisive goal for sure, not because of the, let's say, team preparation, but because of his class and individual abilities. Something like this will happen.
Do you think Rebic is going to play with Ibra tomorrow?
I think Leao would be better because I don't know. Rebic is good, but his passing accuracy is horrible. I don't know. I just looked at last season, and this season he has something like 50% passing accuracy, which is for attacking footballer is not acceptable at all. You know, and Leao already shown himself as a good passer. How many assists he did? Already 4 assists.
Yeah.
Right? Couple for Ibra and 1 for Salemakers and something else. So he can be a good winger too. So I would start Leao, and he's physically stronger. He's technically more gifted, and in some points he can come in a opposition area and score the goal at the forward. With power.
So in the end,
even Pioli said in his press conference that he doesn't think that Ante Rebic will start. He's not ready to start yet.
So we'll see how what comes up of tomorrow's game, and maintaining first place. We do have 2 weeks off from over there, but guys, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope one day we'll have because this is a maximum 10. I hope we get 10 members all at the same time. We have Kuwait, we have Russia, we have the US, we have Canada. Gio, you guys finished counting over there? It's good? You guys counted? Everything's fine?
Yeah, we counted, man. Woo! Hey, man, the US was looking stupid this whole week, like a reality show.
But you guys finished counting. It seems that Biden's your new president. Okay, you guys finished counting. It took a couple of days.
They are not done. Trump will send it to whatever courts.
Trump, but we're not all about political. But in the end, Gio, no, by all means, I think we all agree on the same thing. But Gio, I'm glad you guys got to finish counting from there. But Indian guys tomorrow as well. It counts. Forza Milan, whether it be from Russia, whether it be from Kuwait, US, Canada. We're all with you guys, brothers. Thank you for guys who are watching us live. We'll see if they boot us out for that VHS rip from the Europa League game. But Yusuf, Tommy, Gio, Andre, to all our patrons, we really appreciate it. Follow the page, all these different types of videos that I've posted up from my personal drive. Guys, enjoy yourselves. And to all, a good night and Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Like the video.
Forza Milan, guys. Ciao. Buonasera.
Ciao.